Hello guys, and here we're going to be taking a look at how we can attack our Metasploitable machine. So if you've been following along with the blogs, you should already have your Metasploitable target machine set up here in VirtualBox. So we'll just log in. And we also then have our Kali Linux machine, which will be our machine that we use to run the actual penetration testing. So we'll have both of those powered up. So once we've got both of those up and running, first thing we're going to want to do is check out what the IP address is of our target machine, or we'll run a vulnerability scan to see what's running on our network. So here's our Metasploitable machine running, here's our Linux machine, and we're in a network range of 10.0.2. So if we run a nmap 10.0.2.0 over 24, you see now it's going to check out our network and find here we've got 10.0.2.6, and it's got a bunch of these services running. So this is our target machine running Metasploitable, and its IP address is 10.0.2.6. So let's open up another terminal window and MSF console, and this will now load up Metasploit. And what we're going to target here is going to be the postgresql service running on port 5432. So we can see here we've got a service running here. So that's what the vulnerability that we're going to be exposing in this case. So once we've got Metasploit open, if we search search SQL, you'll see we get a lot of vulnerabilities coming up for SQL here. And the one that we're particularly going to go for is the auxiliary server capture postgresql. So it's an auxiliary type. And you see there's a lot of SQL exploitations available. So we could narrow down this search by searching postgresql instead, and you'll see that narrows down the search a lot more. And this is the one that we're looking for here, which is number 7. So you can see here we can just type use 7, and it will already put us then into that attack module that we're going to utilize here. Actually, instead, no, we're going to use number 8, sorry, which is the Linux PostgreSQL payload. So search PostgreSQL, we'll use number 8. So you see here, it says no payload is configured. We're defaulting to our Linux meterpreter reverse TCP shell. So that is going to be our payload that we're going to use. And if we type in options, we'll see now our various settings here. So what we're going to need to set up here is going to be our local host, our local port, and our target machine host and port. So we can go to set lhost. That'll be 10.0.2.15, which is the IP address of our Linux machine here. If you're not really sure what it is, you can go over here, you can type in ifconfig, and you'll see our IP address 10.0.2.15. So that's our Kali Linux machine. So I'll set localhost to that, and our local port we can see is already set from previously when I ran this, and we also need to now set our host. Let's set our hosts, and that will be 10.0.2.6. That's our target machine. So type options again, we can see we've got everything set. We've got our host, our target machine, 10.0.2.6. The port number we're using is 5432, which is the port which is open that we found in our Nmap scan. So now it's just a simple matter of typing exploit, and there we now have our meterpreter cell. So if we type sysinfo, you can see here we have successfully gained access to our Metasploitable machine, which is running over here. Now, of course, from here we can do whatever we want with the machine. We could see with the files that are on the directory, we could download files, we can upload files, we can reboot the machine, and so on. So that's just a very quick introduction to how to use Kali Linux to exploit the PostgresQL vulnerability that's running here on our Metasploitable machine. So I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you for our next video.